Hey guys, welcome back to RH Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have such a good episode for you today. We're talking with Love Meghan, season 2, episode 6, just for the halibut. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut to the chase. I suspect, and I've done no research, so obviously I have it on good authority. I think this chef can't stand Meghan. There, I said it. It's a feeling I got throughout this episode, and I'm going to prove my point as we talk. But I'm telling you, the chef couldn't stand Meghan, and it kind of made me like the chef. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, leave me comments, as all of those help YouTube to recommend my videos, and I sincerely appreciate that. Yeah, I'm diving in face first, and so is Meghan. Oh, God. Should we go ahead and do this? Should we rip the Band-Aid off? I think we should. Are you ready? You're not ready. I'm not ready. You ready? She showed a picture this episode. I'm trying to maintain steady eye contact. In fact, do you remember, if you watch me a little bit, I used to blink messages of help into the camera. Well, used to. I only started showing myself earlier this year. But I always said I'm blinking messages of help into the camera. This is me blinking messages of help into the camera. Are you ready? You're not ready. So it's not even this picture that I'm saying you're not ready for. That's bad enough. But guys, during this episode, we got this picture. Oh, it gets so much worse. You ready? You're not ready. Here we go. Bam! What? We got, oh my God. I mean, okay. All right. Do you want to take this one, or should I? You want me to take it? Okay, here goes. It looks like the dog is humping her leg. It's so gross. It's so gross. Why? Why in a cooking show would you show us this? It makes me never want to eat food again. Or pet dogs again. These are all the things I like. I can't do any of that stuff because ew. What's happening here? Gross. He looks like he's dry humping her leg. But seriously though, do you remember they met because he thought, I said at the time he thought he was getting a dog. He was excited because she had a dog filter on. I promise you I'm not okay. I'm leaving that there. But yeah, so apparently he decided to hump her leg like a dog at the wedding. We were treated to this photo. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. All right. My goodness gracious. I'm yelling. All right, let's talk. Seriously. Okay, so this episode blew big chunks like everything else, but the chef, I swear, hates Meghan. Again, I have no proof for this. There's so many unsufferable things said during this episode. I don't care. I'm going to talk about the funny parts because if you want to see the boring parts, you can watch the actual show itself. All right, let's go. Let's go back. Starting with this lovely picture right here. I'm sure Meghan feels really good about this one. Somebody's getting fired. Okay, so season 1, episode 6, just for the halibut. So, all right, just my general thoughts on this as we talk about it. I mean, here goes nothing. Buckle up, Buttercup. Let's go. So again, it's another boring episode. The things that stood out to me on this one are like our wedding. Okay, where am I going with that? Because Meghan could only talk about herself in this episode. It seems like the chef and Meghan were on 2 different shows completely. The chef was very professional. She seemed brilliant. I'll ask Chef Matt about it, see if he feels differently, but she feels like she's great. Okay. She's several Michelin star winner, so I'm pretty sure she's pretty great. And then there's Meghan. Meghan could not stop talking about herself and reminding everybody that this chef cooked the dinner for their wedding. So there was like this faux curiosity of Meghan this episode. It's like you told a really bad actress, excuse me, to act like if you told, okay, a really bad actress to act like you're curious, or like a first day of drama class student to act like they're curious. There's a lot of like, okay, I'm going to go on a side tangent. I know I get comments. You go off on tangents. I don't care. Go with me. It's fun. It's fun up here. So anybody watch Always Sunny? Do you remember the episode where the gang dances their A's off? That's one of my favorite episodes. So they're dancing, they're in a dance marathon to try to save the bar. Well, dances with the waitress, and she always kind of has a thing for Dennis. So when he dances with her, her face is like, because she's excited to dance with him. So if you watch her face while they're dancing, she's like, that's all I could think about with Meghan this episode. It's funny. All right. Hopefully I haven't lost everybody here. Okay, what else? In this episode, she said, my kids say zebra. Okay, Maggie Pooh, let's slow that down right here for a second. One of your kids wasn't even born in Europe. I don't think, right? No, Lily was born in America. So what are we talking about? What? I get that her husband has an accent, but do you think he's around her enough to rub that accent off? Unless they have British nannies, I don't think the kids are getting either of their accents. Just saying. What else? Oh yeah, I just wrote gross picture of Harry. Do we need to see the picture again? No, we don't. Meghan talks about family. Let that sink in. She talks about family in this episode. There's family mentioned. What family you talk about, Meg? She also says that things don't need to be fancy. Okay. Again, in the same breath, she's talking about a royal wedding and this several Michelin star chef that she had come in and cook for a royal wedding. But things don't need to be fancy. All right. Sure. Again, trying to be relatable while being like the most unrelatable human being that ever existed. Again with the dried flowers. Oh my gosh, hold on. I have a picture that goes with this. Let me find it real quick. Again with the dried flowers. Sorry, hang on. I'm stalling. I don't edit anymore. Just go with it. All right, hold on. I'm finding the dried flowers. Oh God, we have to talk about the hat too. There's so much to talk about. Okay, hold on. I'm finding it. Well, just go with it. Hello, Cool J. Anybody? Is this thing on? Okay, hold on. Oh, does it say it there? I caught it with it was so obnoxious. I actually turned on subtitles. Sorry, I know this shakes every time I hit the button. Hold on. Where are the subtitles? Bear with. Oh, God, here we go. You ready? Remember that faux wonderment I was talking about? Get ready. Bam. Well, that would have been more dramatic if the picture had popped up right then. Let me try that again. Bam. Oh, seriously, what's happening? There. Sheesh. Pretend like it worked right the first time. We know I like my edible flowers. We know you don't like your husband. That's for sure, because you barely you haven't showed him except for a picture of him humping your leg. Gross. We know I like my edible flowers. Okay. This is a video confirmation. You can use this as evidence when you check me into a loony bin. If I ever say, we know I like my edible flowers, go ahead and check me in. It's fine. I won't even put up a fight. This is my verbal contract to check me in if I say, we know I like my edible flowers. We know you like padded walls. Because seriously, what are we talking about? You can't say crap like that. It's just dumb. This whole show is dumb. I don't know why I'm trying. Okay, let's go back. I know. My ADD brain is kicking like a three-legged ninja. Here we go. Look, she wore this. This makes my head hurt. It probably literally makes her head hurt. That goose, by the way, I love Ryan Gosling. It's just a reflection because I was taking a picture. But yeah, there you go. She wore that hat. That's the thing that happened. She dressed like Curious George. What was the guy's name? The guy that handled Curious George? I'm not looking anything up. That guy, the guy with Curious George, the man in the yellow coat. Was that his name? The man in the yellow. Anyway, Curious George guy. She dressed like him and she's wearing a big hat. Okay, sure. And then there's this face. Why? Okay. And then there's this. She really likes to wear white pants while cooking. All right, here's the chef. Chef seemed cool. I don't really have anything to say about the chef. I'll ask Chef Matt more about the chef, but she seemed cool. She was very serious, which you would expect. I mean, she's there to do a job. It'd be weirder if she was like, hee ha ha ha. She was very serious, but I really think she couldn't stand Meghan. I have the feeling, and I'm just pulling this out of nowhere. Maybe she and Maggie are besties, but I have the feeling that it was more of if somebody in the royal family asked you to cook a meal, yes, of course you're going to do it. And this lady's in London, and like it's a whole thing. Of course, even if you don't care about Harry or Meghan or whatever, you're going to do it. And this was when they were, maybe nobody knew how insufferable, well, mostly how insufferable the pair of them were, Meghan and Harry at this point. But so she cooked. She cooked the wedding. So cooked for the wedding. So I don't hold that. I like some people are like, oh, I don't like any chef that comes on. No, I don't really have that. I don't really have a problem with the chefs. I get why they would come on the show too, maybe, kind of. It's a stretch. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, so obviously, she's very talented. I don't have anything to say about her, but it's Meghan that bugged me this whole time. So here's Maggie Poo again in the yellow. So bad. Okay. It's like she decided she was going to, have a sense of humor just this one episode, and she crammed it all into this one episode, or like they can only afford one episode to reshoot. So what happened was Meghan decided, crap, I better be a person, so I'm gonna tee-hee-hee it up. Faux wonder. This whole episode was weird. There were a lot of voiceovers in this episode too, which I found very odd. What I mean is, the other episodes, I have not noticed it like I did this one. So I know very little about production stuff, but I know just a little bit that if your line isn't clear or whatever it is, they'll pick you up in post and you'll go back and voice record. I've had to do it myself. When I'm recording, if I don't say something quite right, especially when I didn't show now that I show myself, it's hard. It's harder to do that, except for when I was sick. I did it actually because I didn't want to show myself. So I just voiced over something else. Meghan was voicing, like when she'd be chopping or something, you couldn't really see her mouth. You could just tell she or her producers had her add in these extra lines. It was like to give more personality or flavor or something to it. So yeah, that's a thing I noticed more this episode, more voice add-ons. I don't know. All I can figure is they were trying to salvage this episode. There was just not a lot of chemistry because the chef was there to chef and Meghan was there to chop and throw flour shit on things. I don't know. What else? Let's see. So she brings up, let's see. Hold on. Sorry, I have my notes right here. Okay. So she brings up, how many years ago did we meet? 6? Almost 7? Anybody else in the world, I get it. She's making a connection with this chef. Okay. That's not what Meghan was doing. It was more like talented chef. How many years ago did we meet? Faux wonder. No, but it's like she was so out of her depth, which, in fairness, I'm not just looking to criticize Meghan. I would be too. We all would. But if you're going to host a show like that, you need to have a little bit of hosting skills, kind of keep things going. And you got to be prepared. Listen, I'm nobody, and I've interviewed different personalities, really great ones, and then some that I have to work a little harder to pull stuff out of. I just hit my mic. I'm not talking bad about anybody. I love everybody I've interviewed, but I'm saying like some people are easier to talk to than others because of differences of personality, whether it's mine or theirs. So you just kind of got to figure that out. And it's taken me time to work through that and figure that out. Meghan can't figure that out. Meghan's had 2 podcasts and 2 shows and cannot figure that out. So she's just Meghaning, unable to focus on anybody else's personality. And then the chef is obvious. She's just chefing. That's right. I said chefing. No, but she is. So it's just this one had kind of a weird energy between it. I think that's what I was picking up on. Another funny thing is when Meghan was making these. So here's a faux laugh. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to add it back to stage. Here's a faux laugh, I think. So maybe she was really laughing. I don't know. Again, maybe she really does laugh. She doesn't strike me as somebody that has a huge sense of humor. Maybe in this case it was. So she was juicing and then So juice, I haven't seen these newfangled juicers. I had the old one where you had to like cram it in there and the pulp would stay in the machine and then the juice would come out. And so I kind of want one of these juicers. I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. I didn't know one shoots out the pulp. It's probably costs $1 million, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of cool. Pulp comes out on one side, the juice comes out on the other. So she was giggling because it's hard to explain, but think about like bathroom humor. You got juice coming out of one side, pulp coming out of the other. Yeah. Okay. Gross. There's that. What else? That yellow dumb shirt. I can't. Oh, this was funny. Okay. Why am I showing you this? Because she's making juice. Great. Okay. Again, you have this talented chef. Meghan doesn't know what to do with herself, so she's making juice. Sure. That makes no sense. And the chef's just like, oh, thanks. It's kind of like when a little kid makes you something. And of course you love it because a kid made it, but it's like, oh, great. I can't wait to eat this one bite of cookie with 10 million sprinkles on, like, oh, But she's here making juices, fine, whatever. But I'm laughing because look at what's in her hand. That's an orange. In case you didn't know, that's an orange. Okay. Why is that important? Because we just found out. Go back and watch my video on this if you haven't seen it. We just found out, thank you, Princess Carparkle on Twitter, that Meghan doesn't even have oranges in her marmalade. I know. I hear it too. You're like, what? No. She used just a little bit of peel, it sounds like. Not oranges. What? I'm sorry, what now? You did what? So it's just funny that she'll have an orange for the juice, the juicing segment, but the orange marmalade with orange in the title, not using oranges. Weird. Okay. Something else to point out is so Meghan had made these juices, right? And she hands it to the chef and she said, again, we have several Michelin stars. It sounds like chef. Meghan hands her this juice and says, she's making it more about how she prepared the juice and all that it took to make this juice rather than how the chef is there and going to make this grand meal. And it's almost like putting her on the spot for a compliment. It's very weird to watch. They end up from there going to a fish market, seafood and seasonal vegetables. I just can't get excited about that. Okay, cool. I'm not a seafood eater, but it doesn't matter. I'm not like, oh God, I can't look at it. It's just not my thing, but I get that a lot of people are. Great. If you like that sort of thing, I'm sure this looked delicious to me. Oh my God, I'm Meghan. It looked delicious to me. No, it looked delicious to you. To me, I'm just like, okay. I don't know anything about seafood. I've just never been a fan. So I'm just like, okay, great. I know a lot of people like it. I wish I liked it. I just don't. But they go to this whole seafood market. There's really not much there. Oh, before they do, look at this. What do you see? I see it. Do you see? Of course you see it. It's right there. It's huge. Look, so stupid. That's the closest we've seen it. Right? Like, oh, here, what? I'm here to work in the kitchen. What's the problem? What could possibly be the problem? Here we go. How silly is that? I just think that's ridiculous. And it, to me, looks out of place. I know, but I'm not trying to nitpick, but I'm saying like, it just does because it's this huge diamond on your pinky. I just couldn't imagine rocking a big old diamond on my pinky. That sounds crazy, but not Meghan. So she's doing crafts. It's an excuse to make a toiletry bag for the chef. Again, this is a professional chef, several Michelin stars that's cooking for the royal family. So Meghan makes her a bag, and instead of it being I guess you could argue maybe they're thoughtful, but it didn't seem like it. It's like, here's an eye mask, here's some aspirin, here's some socks. There you go. But instead of that, it was like, look at my jewelry. And see that folded up piece of paper right in front of it? That is Meghan's calligraphy. She made a big deal every episode, but really big deal this episode. It's like she felt so inferior by the chef because the chef was very serious and very professional and very talented. So Meghan didn't know what to do with herself. So she would go with wonder. She would go with over-the-top humor. And she not doing it right, Joe. Friends reference. And then she would do the handwriting thing. It's all about this handwriting. So you're like, Okay, great. We know you write loopy swoopy BS. We've seen it. Okay, it's a thing. We've got you. We've seen all the episodes where you do this. It's like you're going to tell me next you like dried flower sprinkle. We know. So here's the loopy swoopy. She irons it on. She acts like this is a brand new thing. I remember my mom making me iron on like sweatshirts when I was, I don't know, in elementary school, which, since I'm 20 something, that was not like, no, I'm kidding. I'm 40 something. So this is not a new craft. This is ridiculous. Anyway, so she's doing this craft. Fine, great. Did anybody watch Sleepless in Seattle? Fine, fiddle-dee-dee. That's what the mom says when, oh God, what was Meg Ryan's character's name? Leave it in the comments. What was her name? When Meg Ryan's character was talking about, the wedding night stuff. Okay, here we go. Megan's playing with her hair. She seemed to have more hair this episode, I noticed. Interesting. That's a thing that happens. See it? Like listen to me, more thick. Now, thicker than normal. Speaking of thick, Harry makes an appearance at the end, but not really. It's just a picture of him. It's not the humping picture. It's a different picture. Here's the chef. Do you see, though? It is funny because a lot of looks are like, are we really doing this? Did I really fly all the way over here for this? Really? I'd like to know how much they paid the chef to come over. All right, here's a chef. Here's an iron-on decal for the chef because the chef is 12. But it's more about Meghan's handwriting than anything else. I mean, again, this is the flowers and the soap story are like, I just want to slam my head in the door every time I see this stuff. Oh yeah, and then okay, all right. Braggadocious. Thank you, my dad, for that. My dad. Hi, Dad, if you're watching. Dad doesn't watch, but hi, Dad, if you're watching. My dad says when people are over the top bragging, he calls them braggadocious. Meghan was braggadocious this episode because, well, she was. What is this? Well, she was talking about how she discovered Clare. Pause for dramatic effect because this is a Michelin star chef, but she discovered Clare. And after that, you remember H brought you in to cook for our anniversary. I can't. I'm choking on the pretension. Listen, I love a good meal. I love a romantic meal. Let's go for a romantic meal. Do you need to brag that you brought in a Michelin star private chef? It's so pretentious. I'm choking on it. I can't. And then what's funny to me is, okay, all right. If somebody had this romantic meal prepared for me, my instinct is not to pull out my camera and take pictures of it. It's to take it all in and to say thank you and thank you, Greg Davis, for this romantic dinner, whatever it is. But not Meghan. It's the same thing with the engagement. Like there's those pictures. Which fine, I get it. You want to take pictures of your engagement, but it felt like in the middle of the moment. Let me get some pictures. It's just weird. Anyway, so there's that. Okay. I'm saying weird a lot, but it is. It's very braggadocious. Thanks, Dad. All right. And then what else? Oh, we got Meghan's a mannequin in this one. Do you see the posture? What is this? Would you say that you're super relaxed around this person if you're standing like this? Probably not. But a lot is standing like that because I kept trying to take pictures of it. Sorry, they showed more wedding pictures because she kept standing like this. So she'd go between wonder to, I don't know what's happening. Pictures from her wedding because again, this is the Meghan, everything's the Meghan episode. We got looks like this. I don't know. I got lots of pictures because there's a lot of dumb stuff happening. This was at the fish market. His last name's Colgate. I don't know why that made me laugh. I mean, it just made me laugh. You have to laugh. His last name's Colgate. I would ask if he was related to the toothpaste dynasty. Colgate. All right, here you go. We got another picture from the wedding because look at me. And just for the halibut, because look at my handwriting. And then we got faces like this. All right, what else? More pictures of the wedding. More pictures of the wedding because it's the Meghan show. Oh, God. Okay, there's one part where the chef is like doing something that I don't understand that grosses me out with seafood. So Meghan kept looking around like she didn't know what to do with herself. Here you go. Let's see. Did I not get more pictures? Okay, I thought I got lots of pictures of that. It doesn't matter. Here's the chicken. Oh, that was another thing. She wanted fried chicken served at her wedding. Okay. I'm all for fried chicken. I love fried chicken. It's delicious. I mean, it's great. I don't know. I found this annoying. All right. Oh, here you go. Yeah, I guess the pictures got jumbled up. Here's more pictures of her going, eh, eh, eh. Oh gosh, I did not mean to put my cursor on that lady's face, but I was laughing and trying to like get a picture of it because she's like, I'm trying to chef here. All right. And then there's the fish. Again, great. I'm sure it looks delicious. I don't understand all the flour shit all over time. It's like somebody was carrying in a nice piece of fish. Okay. It's like, hey, I'm going to cook you some fish. You're like, oh, great. And then they drop it in the garden first. They don't pick off all the lawn sprinkles and stuff. And so they just, there you go. That's what it looks like to me. Oh, okay. That was a weird thing I noticed too. So Meghan, she eats, oh, for God's sakes. Hold on. Oh, I can show you my dress. Look. Ooh, look how cute. Can you see it? I'm on camera. Ooh, I'm going to fall down. Okay. Hold on. Bear with. Okay. Look. In America, so we eat, what are these called? Tongs? Prongs. Prongs up. Okay, great. And I know that, in the UK, a lot of you guys eat tongs down. Guess how Meghan eats? Tongs down. In the UK, they're the ist words. Oh, but I can steal some of their culture. Isn't that cultural appropriation? Let me know in the comments if you think it is. Okay, there's that. She gives some gifts. Oh, and then Doofus appears for a picture at the end. That's pretty much the episode. Let me see if there's anything else in my notes. But what's funny is she calls it surprise visit. I know we all know this is not their house. I get that. You get that. We get that. Okay. But she's playing make-believe like it's her house. So I think this is very intentionally worded because, and I said this before, last season, I just remembered she did the same thing. She calls him a surprise guest. So if that is their home or pretending to be their home, he wouldn't be the surprise guest. The chef would be, or nobody's a surprise guest. He's not a guest. You wouldn't typically say that about your spouse. Surprise guest, surprise visit, whatever. No, that's not really the surprise. I don't know. I just found that weird. I think it's just, again, anybody else, I'd be like, wow, you're overthinking it. But with her and the way she handles him, I don't know. I feel like it's all very intentional. That's just my opinion. I think that's it for the episode. I'm looking back at my notes and see if there's just a lot of weird stuff. Oh, she told a story of when she lived in London. She got obsessed with the chef's bread. So then she started telling a story of coming by just to get the chef's bread, just the bread. Okay. Again, anybody else in the world, fine. Except for when you think about this. This is a fancy restaurant. And she made a point to say, basically, the way I'm understanding it, it's not like you can just, it's not like, I don't know, Applebee's where you just pop in and order an appetizer. This is a thing where she would special order this bread and then just take it home. I mean, I don't know. I think of a very fancy restaurant. Like you just wouldn't, that's not a thing. To me, it's just bragging like I had this special Michelin star chef whipping us up some bread so I could bring it home for dinner. It's again, very braggadocious. Thanks, Dad, for that. All right, let's keep going. I'm looking back at my notes. Was there anything else? Fish market. My husband. Oh, my husband laughs at how I say herbs. All right. I know. we've talked about this. Americans say herbs because we do. And I guess my lovely British geese say herbs. That's cool. I love British accents. Let me know where you're from and if you say herbs or just herbs. But I don't know. I found her insufferable. My husband laughs at how I say herbs. Okay. I'm sure you guys spend a lot of time together. I just feel like it's like faux quirks she's trying to stick in there to make it seem like they have all these inside jokes. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for the episode. I don't know. I think I'm bored of talking about it. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're on episode 6. I only have 2 more to go, and I'm talking to Chef Matt soon. I'm very excited about that. So think of your questions. Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. I think so. All right. Let me know in the comments below. Did you watch this episode? Don't watch it. Did you like my recap? I actually had fun recapping this one because I feel like I went a little nuts. It's very early in the morning when I'm recording this. So I'm just a little bit sillier. And in case you missed my other video, I just did a video with best of like Reddit. And in that video, I refer back to my other video where the Let's Talk video where I just sincerely thanked you all. And I want to say again, sincerely thank you all for your kind messages, for your lovely words of support. And I appreciate you all so much. All right, that's going to do it for me. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I can't wait to bring you, I would say, more stuff like this. I can't wait to talk to Chef Matt about stuff like this. That'll be fun. Yeah. I'm going to keep going and finish out the season. I just have 2 more episodes to go. I can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do hard things. Like, hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Sorry. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Okay, you can get a little mad. Here we go. We can do, oh, gross. No. Make it stop. No. I swear she used this picture to embarrass him because she's doing the coquettish thing and he's like, yeah. He's going to town on her leg. Gross. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm never eating food again. How about you? Let me know in the comments. Yeah. Take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Don't look at this. Ugh. Gross. Gross. All right. Take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Okay, they're gone. Hi. Oh my God, that picture's so gross. It's so gross. Yeah, I wore this red dress, which I have a black one too. I found the red one on clearance and it was my size. I was like, oh, it's meant to be. So I got it. And it looks very fancy. It's not. It's like a sundress almost. Is that what they call it? Yeah, it's like a sundress. But I love the color and I think it's so fun. And like, hello. It like buttons behind me and stuff. I thought it was really cool. And like these little things, well, I thought they moved, but I guess they don't. Anyway, cool, right? And it goes down like to, I don't know, it almost touches the floor and I'm tall. So that's cool. All right. Where should I wear my red sundress? To go take out bread from the fanciest place in the world? Yeah, let's do that. Only Meghan. She'd pick like a really fancy place with a Michelin star chef and she'd make it about herself and her to-go order of bread. Wouldn't that be insulting to a chef? Maybe I'll ask Chef Matt about that. Like, I just couldn't imagine. Like, if I'm going to eat Chef Matt's food, I'm going to eat the hell out of that food. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to try everything. You know what? I'll even eat seafood if he wants to make it for me. That's right. Oh God, he's going to do that. I would though, because he's that talented of a chef. I couldn't imagine being like, listen, I know you're super talented. Oh, and if you're like, who's Chef Matt? I had him on last season. He's a very talented chef. I'm having him back. That's why I keep talking about it. So talented. I would not just be like, I'm just going to have some of your bread. Now, if he made me bread, I'd eat it. But I'm saying if he made a whole bunch of food or it's a restaurant, I'm not just ordering some of his bread and saying like, okay, thanks, bye. That's just so weird. I find it kind of rude. Anyway, entitled maybe is the word. All right. right. If you stayed this long. Let's see. I already did an 80s song. Red Red Wine. That's 90s, I think. Tell me your favorite 90s song. Gosh, I should have thought about this. What's my favorite 90s song? Think, Jen. Think. I got this. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Hold on. What's I don't know. I love 90s music. When did my song? Oh, perfect. Okay. The One. That's my all-time favorite song ever of any song in the history of the world. It's Elton John. It's like the most beautiful song you've ever heard in your life. Go listen to it immediately. The One, Elton John. That came out in 1992. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That is the best song ever. And if you argue with me, I will fight you in the comments. All right, tell me your favorite 90s song. I like some UB40. I like who else do I like? I mean, my other thought was Sting. I love Sting. When did Fields of Gold come out? That is a great album. If you haven't heard Best of Sting, you are missing out because I love it. Let's see. Best of Sting. Fields of Gold. When did that one come out? 1994. That counts. So those are my two favorites. Fields of Gold, Sting, and the one Elton John. So good. Favorite 90s song or songs? Go. But I will tell you that Fields of Gold, I would say my favorite song is the one by Elton John. That Fields of Gold CD, there's not a bad song on that. I love that. I love that. I played that song, Fields of Gold, probably a million times in my life. I get obsessive about songs. Okay, I'm letting this go. My goodness gracious. Let me know your favorite 90s song. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Stay healthy. Bye-bye. I want to sing my outro song, but I also want to sing Fields of Gold. I'm so conflicted. I won't sing Fields of Gold. I'll just go do, 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 do. But look up the one and look up Fields of Gold. Fields of Gold. You're welcome. It's amazing. Okay, bye.